I call this the July 15th, 2025 meeting of the Lincoln County Board of Commissioners to order. Our invocation tonight will be given by Gil Harding. Gil's the youth leader and deacon at the Howell First Baptist Church. And our pledge tonight will be given by Wyatt Harding. Wyatt's a 15-year-old sophomore at Cornersville High School, where he plays basketball, baseball, football, and runs track. Wyatt is also a member of the Howell First Baptist Church, where he's active in the youth group, an usher, speaker, and volunteer in church events, and he's the son of John and Andrea Harding. Would you please stand for our pledge and our invocation?
Our most precious Heavenly Father God, thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. Thank you for loving us and sending your Son, Jesus Christ. Father, we thank you so very much for that. Father, as we come together tonight, I pray that you'll give us, each one of us, godly wisdom that will glorify you in everything that we do and say. And we thank you so very much for being here tonight. Father, we would like to raise up these ones in Texas, Father God, that are going through a devastating time right now. And thank you so very much for allowing them to work through this, Father. Somehow we know that you'll make good out of this, but their lives are upside down right now, Lord, and I pray that we'll make it through this, and we'll pray for them. I pray that each and every one here tonight will be blessed in a mighty way, that will glorify you in everything that we do and say. These things we ask in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Gil, and thank you, Wyatt. At this time, Madam Clerk, if you'll call the roll.
Brandon Coley, David Sanders, Danny Walker, Ben Brown, Bonnie Caldwell, Terry Lynn Rogers, Jack Atchley, Kate Ewan, Mark Mitchell, Charles Hunter, Mary Ann Tackett, Steve Spray, Daniel Eldridge, Jason Nix, Anthony Taylor, Doug Cunningham, Pat Haynes, Tori Young, Ricky Bryant, Glenn Douglas, Steve Guntherberg, Troy Frazran, Jason Hambrick, Jenny Rolls Walter. 20 present, 4 absent.
Okay. Under announcements, one of the things that Dora brought to my attention, last year there was some discussion that our commission met during Fair Week. Our commission is scheduled to be on the 16th of September, that's 2 months away, but something for consideration in the August meeting. That night is also the meeting, the Charlie Curtis meeting for commissioners. It's usually held in Lewisburg. That will also be on that night. So for your consideration, we can still do it on the 16th, but that was brought to our attention last year that we might want to move it in September, but that'll be brought up in the August meeting if we want to make a change. No one registered for public comments. I would entertain a motion for approval of the June commission meeting minutes. Okay, Commissioner Frazran makes that motion. I have a second. Commissioner Gunthenberg, any questions or discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. There were 14 monthly committee meeting minutes in your packet that you should have received. Any questions on any of those? Not. Our next item. Our next item is consideration for approval of proclamation honoring Ricky Pierce. Ricky, if you and Sarah Jo would please come to the podium. Ricky, before I read this, there's sometimes proclamations just don't do justice to the service and the person that we're honoring tonight. And one such person is you, and Ricky and I have known each other since high school, and it's one of those people that if you came back and wanted to be like somebody, Ricky Pierce is that kind of person in my judgment. So I consider you a friend and a person that has brought honor to Lincoln County, but your service is exemplary too. This time I'd like to read that proclamation. Proclamation of appreciation honoring Ricky Pierce for his service to Lincoln County. Whereas it is with great respect and gratitude that Lincoln County recognizes individuals who dedicate their time, skills, and commitment to the betterment of our community. Whereas Ricky Pierce has faithfully served as maintenance director for Lincoln County since 2020, demonstrating professionalism, leadership, tireless devotion to maintaining and improving the facilities that serve our citizens. Whereas during his 5 years of service, Ricky Pierce successfully led numerous important projects, including the completion of the courthouse security project, implementation of countywide energy efficiency project, execution of ADA upgrades at all of our county buildings, and remodeling multiple county facilities, all of which have a lasting impact on the function and accessibility of Lincoln County government. Whereas Ricky Pierce's work ethic, character, and attention to detail have earned the respect of his colleagues, elected officials, and public alike. Whereas Mr. Pierce is a proud graduate of Boones Hill High School, a veteran of the U.S. Army, an active member of Washington Street Church of Christ, reflecting a life of service, faith, and commitment to family and community. Whereas Ricky and his beloved wife, Sarah Jo Pierce, are lifelong residents of Lincoln County, where they have raised 3 children and now enjoy the blessing of 4 grandchildren. Whereas in addition to his professional and community contributions, Mr. Pierce continues to be an active farmer, exemplifying the values of hard work, perseverance, and stewardship of the land. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Bill Newman, Mayor of Lincoln County, Tennessee, do hereby express heartfelt appreciation to Ricky Pierce for his outstanding service and contributions to Lincoln County, and extend best wishes to him and his family in his well-deserved retirement. In witness thereof, I have hereto set my hand and caused the seal of Lincoln County to affix this, and it says the 18th day of July, which is the official day that Ricky will retire. Under my signature, Bill Newman, Lincoln County, Tennessee.
Can you stand around a little bit? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah Jo.
I was standing here and I noticed we need to fix this.
It's a little loose.
I really had the committee that was looking for a maintenance director five and a half years ago, because I wasn't smart enough to realize y'all were gonna do this tonight. Bill said, you need to be at the meeting Tuesday night, and I thought, well, it was just something somebody wanted to ask. And then my family comes in, and that just tells you how much they think about me. But this is very appreciative. You can't, it really can't, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate everybody's handshake, hugs, and there's one or two that I'd like to forget, but everybody else has been really good. No, all kidding aside, it's been a learning experience for me. There was no maintenance department. There was a lot of contractors that come in occasionally to do things, and so hopefully we built this from the ground up. Got a great guy coming in to take my place. I think he'll do a fine job, and he has done so far. And I appreciate this so much. I'm not one for accolades. but this is really heartfelt, and I thank you. Thank you much.
Robbie Counts and Nina, will y'all stand up? Robbie, of course, is our new director of maintenance. Nina, you see her a lot of times in here because she's the, I guess, office administrative assistant at Jonathan Brown's office, so see her back and forth in the courthouse too. Look forward to your service, Robbie, and thank you for the things you're already doing, and I know you'll fill some big shoes. We appreciate you being here tonight too. Thank you. Our next item, we have two items. Ms. Tracy Perkins.
Thank you, Mayor. The first file we have tonight is 2025-R3. It is a rezoning file. The request is to rezone from A2 to C1. The address is 3035 Huntsville Highway, tax map 139, parcel 28. It's owned by Michael and Hickson. On June 2nd, the Planning Commission gave no recommendation on this and sent it to the Commission for your consideration. On June 17th, you called for a public hearing and a vote today. Ms. Hickson, this parcel is an acre and a half, and Ms. Hickson does reside there currently. If it is rezoned to commercial, then she can stay there, but after she moves, it will no longer be able to be a residence if it is rezoned to commercial, and she is aware of that. She wants to rezone this for resale purposes because it is on Huntsville Highway. There are 6 parcels within 1,000 feet of her that are commercially used and taxed, even though they are zoned A2, and she is within a mile of the urban growth boundary, just outside of it. It is an ISO 6. The property is 3.21 miles away from the Park City Fire Department. Public sewer and water are available. And there should be a map attached there that you can see. Does
Anybody have questions before I ask for a motion from the commission? I would entertain a motion
So moved.
for changing to a commercial. Okay, do I have a second? Commissioner Frazran seconds that. Any discussion? All those in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no?
No.
Okay, let's do a roll call, Madam Clerk.
David Sanders,
Yes.
Danny Walker,
Yes.
Bonnie Caldwell,
No.
Terry Lynn Rogers,
Yes.
Kate Hewen,
No.
Mark Mitchell,
Yes.
Charles Hunter,
Yes.
Mary Ann Tackett,
No.
Steve Spray,
No.
Daniel Eldridge,
Yes.
Jason Nix,
Yes.
Anthony Taylor,
No.
Doug Cunningham,
Yes.
Tori Young,
No.
Ricky Bryant,
Yes.
Glenn Douglas,
Yes.
Steve Guntherberg,
Yes.
Troy Frazran,
Yes.
Jason Hambrick,
Yes.
Jenny Rose Walter.
Yes.
I have 14 in favor, 6 no, and 4 absent.
Okay. Motion to change that to commercial zoning passes. Next item.
Okay. Planning Commission file zoning resolution 2025-2, or ZR 2025-2, is a request to add language to the Lincoln County zoning regarding the time frame that a denied rezoning amendment or application may be reapplied for. So in other words, if somebody applies for a C1 zoning and they are denied, they cannot apply for that same rezoning as C1 for 6 months. There are some items, there are 3 different ways that could actually, there's an exception for it. And basically, if someone from the county commission or the planning commission initiates that change, you can do it that way. That's one exception. The second exception would be if they applied for a different zone instead of the one that they were denied. And then the third one would be if the growth plan or a land use plan changes and they are within that it changes their situation to where it would be acceptable through that land use plan, that's another exception.
Okay? Everybody understand, if somebody's turned down on a change on zoning, 6 months before they can bring it back up, unless the planning commission or this commission requests a change be brought back up, or let's see, what was the other?
The other one was if, say it's the same parcel of land or just a
Yeah.
portion of that parcel, and they decide they don't want to go A2, they want to go A1 instead.
Yeah, if they request a different
zone.
zoning change on it, and then would be if something changed in our growth plan that put it in a different section of it, it could be brought up quicker than the 6 months. Any questions? Commissioner Cunningham.
I'm just curious, what's driving this? Why are
I can answer that one, because we've had people, they were ready to bring it back, just keep bringing it up and bringing it up, and that happened in one. They didn't wait. They could bring it up every month and just until they just stopped. So there's no regulation keeping someone from just repetitively bringing up a request to change.
So, I mean, that's the only reason I don't see why somebody shouldn't be able to bring it up if they want it. We can bring up other stuff continually as
Well,
commissioners if we
remember the 3 ways. You as a commissioner could request it be brought back up, and it can be. It's just the owner of the property that requested it cannot do it unless one of those 3 things happen. You can, the planning commission can, request that it come back. It's just the person cannot unless one of those 3 things happens. Commissioner Bryant.
I take it item number 3, the third exception is to try to clean up if it's our fault. To something that we have not done, like here lately, that's possible. Is that the reason exception number 3 exists?
That could be one reason. The other reason is that it does change. Like, I
Changes.
mean, we're in the middle of the planned growth, we're trying to put some planned growth areas in there with this growth plan. And so if those go through and some of these folks were in that, they stay, okay, let me just back up. If somebody put in for a rezoning and they were denied, we get the growth plan, that parcel ends up in planned growth area, then that's the type of situation we're looking at.
That's the one question I had when I read it earlier, is that, sometimes I understand the 6-month thing, because, you just can't keep doing things over and over and over. But I also understand that sometimes it's this body's fault that something doesn't happen. And that's not anybody's fault, it just happens.
Yeah.
Things happen, and sometimes it's our fault that we don't have something in place or some mechanism, and we have to fix it. So I don't know, I'm torn on it, because I don't know whether, because I see the 3 exceptions, but I don't know that there shouldn't be a 4th one that says, hey, if it's something that is our fault, that they shouldn't be able to do it a little bit quicker than that, because I think that's what the intent of number 3 is, but I don't know that it goes far enough, is what I'm saying.
I think number 1 might cover that.
They could, yes, I see that also. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Commissioner Rose-Walter, did you request to be recognized?
Well, I'm also called with some questions. Personally, I would like for it to just say you can't bring it back for 6 months. I felt like, and I expressed this to Ms. Tracy, that some existing amendments already kind of address the other 3, but she pointed out that this specifically deals with the effect of the denial of an application. But our amendments do say, even though this rule says the Board of Commissioners or the Planning Commission can bring it back, the amendments must be in relation to the Lincoln County plan.
Right.
So, yes,
That
you can
was-
bring stuff up, but if it doesn't match the growth plan, it's not like we're gonna circumvent anything. Those rules are there for a reason, so that's just my observation.
Okay. Anybody else for a call for a vote? Let's have a roll call on this, Madam Clerk.
We don't have a motion.
Oh, excuse me. Do I have a motion one way or the other?
Move that we don't do it, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion that we do not. Do I have a second that we do not?
Second,
Second?
I think it needs to be talked about, yes.
Okay. We got a motion and a second that it does not be, it will not be adopted to our rules, okay?
I would just like to ask the planning commission, the members of that, to speak to that and educate me a little bit, because I need a little more education about it, I think, if anybody.
I can tell you this is, it was adopted, the planning commission looked at what a lot of other counties had. They looked on it, they were pretty much all in favor. The only discussion that I remember being in there was whether it was 3, 4, or 5, 6 months. It was the length of time, but most other, when, correct me if I'm wrong, Tracy, most other have rules that they can't bring it back up without a certain length of time.
There are, in fact, a lot of them that have it as a year, and, but there's different, we looked at a lot of different ones, I don't know how many, but,
Yeah, we looked at several,
and there did varying amounts of time, some of them as long as a year. We thought this was, you know, pretty reasonable.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Jenny, didn't you tell me that you found where TCA recommended 6 months? Didn't you speak to them about that?
TCA, CTAS.
Or CTAS, I'm
I
sorry,
reached out and
CTAS.
They
Okay.
advised that 6 months, and most communities do have it in place. We don't, but most do. And the board, the planning committee, I always get them, the planning commission board, is that correct?
Planning commission.
Okay, several of the builders and people on the board advised that they didn't know of other places that didn't have it in place. So we
Correct.
are, we do need to have something in there, and
Okay.
CTAS advised the 6 months.
Okay. In this particular case, the way the motion is stated is a yes vote is for not adopting, a no vote is adopting it. If there's 13 or more votes either way, it's either going to pass or not pass far as it being. If you vote no, you're voting for approving the 6 month with those 3 exceptions on there. If you vote yes, you're voting to not adopt that. Everybody understand? Okay. Let's have a roll call, Madam Clerk.
Jenny Rolls Walter,
No.
Jason Hambrick. Troy Frazeran. Steve Guntherberg.
No.
Glenn Douglas. Ricky Bryant.
Yeah.
Tori Young.
No.
Doug Cunningham.
Yes.
Anthony Taylor.
No.
Jason Nix.
No.
Daniel Eldridge.
No.
Steve Spray.
No.
Marianne Tackett. Charles Hunter.
No.
Mark Mitchell.
No.
Kate Ewan. Terry Lynn Rogers.
No.
Bonnie Caldwell.
No.
Ben Brown.
No.
Danny Walker.
No.
David Sanders.
Okay. I'll wait till we call the numbers and then I'll announce. Mm-hmm.
2 voted yes, 19 no, and we have 3 absent now.
Okay, all right. The motion is that it will be adopted, so you can move forward with that. Anything else on your agenda?
No, sir,
Okay.
thank you. Well, I'll tell you. about it.
Okay,
Never mind.
all righty. Next item, consideration for approval to appoint Tony Caldwell to the Zoning Appeals Board to fill the unexpired term of Troy Frazran. That term would expire January 2030. What's the will of the commission? Motion by Commissioner Frazran. Do I have a second? Commissioner Bryan seconds it. Any discussion? All,
I have a question on that.
yes, sir.
I know that two of us stepped off that board.
I'm going to address that after, if we, once it's passed. I'll clear everything up about that.
Got it?
Okay? Any discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Tony, congratulations. Please stand up. Newest member of Zoning Appeals Board. Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Frazran, here's what's happened is now Commissioner David Sanders sent me a resignation. Suggestion was Ed Sims. He needs, our attorney suggested he resign. He sent me that. So I would entertain a motion accepting Commissioner Sanders' resignation from the Zoning Appeals Board. Okay, Commissioner Walker makes some motion. Commissioner Ewan seconds. Any questions on that? All in favor of that, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Now let me bring you, okay, we have 3 resignations. We filled one of those. So I do have 2 people who have accepted it, but we have not given notice. So this will be brought up in the August meeting. 2 that have accepted is Waylon Young and Jim Hammonds. So I'll get a bio from them and get that out to you, but that will be coming up, and that will give us a full board at that time. Our next item, Lincoln County Health Report. Ms. Mary Beth Seals, President of Lincoln Health.
Well, good evening. Thank you for continuing to have us twice a year. I've brought some guests tonight with me, so we're all happy to be here. So a few updates. Please ask me any questions at the end that you might have. We're excited on several fronts to bring you these updates. So first, let me talk about community. We're really happy at the end of July to be going to One Day of Hope again. That's become a annual event, and this year we'll have the mobile medical unit there. We'll have a few doctors at the mobile medical unit providing free care, prescriptions, checkups, back to school care, so we're really excited about that. Want to tell you about our monthly screenings that we're offering. We're in year 2 of the monthly screenings, and I don't know if you've gotten to take part in those yet, but they have been very popular. Our most popular to date has been the cardiac scoring test that we offered for $75. I don't know if you were able to take part, but it was our biggest to date, and we hope to maybe change out one of the tests at the end of the year and offer it again. Some that we have coming up, we'll have, let's see, a free A1C coming up at the end of the year, mammograms for $100, and of course we'll do a low-dose lung scan again for $75 at the end of the year. So some of those are very popular coming up. I just want to mention them. Really excited as the school year starts back and all our young people will be going back to college to start our nurse apprenticeship program. So that is the first in the state of Tennessee to get started, and Lincoln Health will be a pilot hospital. We will start small, of course, as our hospital is a smaller hospital, but we look to have 2 students participating, probably first with TCAT. And what a great opportunity for them, as they'll be affiliated with their school, but also have a one-on-one mentorship with an RN or an LPN while they're going through their affiliation with the school. So we're really excited about this opportunity. This also will help secure RNs and LPNs in the future for us at the hospital, and we'll branch out and be able to offer a lot of different service lines in the future. So you'll see more about that as we start marketing that and telling about that in the newspaper. Just to give you a recap on our other affiliate locations too, want to talk about the Patrick. The Patrick continues to do well and be a great staple in the community for us. You've seen all the upgrades that we've done over our last 3 years. We just celebrated our 3-year anniversary with Huntsville Hospital, which was on July 1st. But we're in the pool area working now, and if you've been there and you're a swimmer at the Patrick, you'll notice that we changed out the LED lighting. And boy, when we put those LED lights in, you can see all the mistakes that, that we need to go correcting. So we'll be working to paint and really make some updates in the pool area probably over the next 18 months. But just want to know, want you to know if you hear comments or people mention that is important to us, and we'll be working on it. Also want to talk about Donaldson for just a minute. So Donaldson is also another great staple in the community. It's hard to believe that years ago, before my time, there were two large functioning nursing homes, or care centers as we call them now, in the community. That is hard to believe that they were both full back before pre-COVID days. So now we have the one, or of course that we manage, which is Donaldson. At one time pre-COVID, it probably we housed and had a full all 168 beds. But today we stand at around 92 residents at Donaldson. But our goal is to keep it full at 100, and that's something we're working hard to do. We want people to feel good about coming to Donaldson and feel like the care is safe and they can have a good experience. Those are long-term beds and skilled beds. So if you see that we have a lot of construction going on at Donaldson right now, it's because we do. Now, is that construction that we're ripping things out and putting down new floors and making it look like a different place? That answer is no. We're just doing some basic remodeling right now. The building is older and it needs some love. It needs new sheetrock. It needs a new HVAC system, lots of different things. The place is big. There are 7 halls at Donaldson, so we're starting there, and then I think in time you'll see some other things come together, but we're pleased to be able to do that work for the patients and residents that stay there. Also want to let you know about EMS. Hope you've noticed that we're changing up our color scheme a little bit. And we've got some new trucks on the road with the green Huntsville Hospital coloring, and that's been very exciting. We also added blood to the trucks since I've seen you last, which has been a wonderful feature to be able to offer in this community to take care of our patients. We'll also be saying goodbye to Richard Wright in just a few weeks, and I've been joking some with Richard Wright. He's not very happy with me because he told me no parties, no song and dance, no nothing. I have lived up to all of that. There's been no cake, no nothing, but there have been some other celebrations. Some of you were at Richard Wright Way, the dedication of our new road, which the guys and gals drive in and out on every day. It is very special to us, and I thank all of you who helped make that possible. That was a coming together of the city and the county. Something that I'm very proud of is that we all work together. I say that every time. We all work together so well, city, county, all the local officials, and so I know Richard's proud. I joked last week at the city meeting that Richard has told me he's going to leave the country if I have another special event for him, but I said there's no way he could. He has a flip phone that he's carried the entire time I've known him. But tonight, Richard took a smartphone out of his pocket to show me, and I couldn't quite believe that because in all the years, the 15 so years I've known Richard, I've never known him to have a phone like that, so we'll have to talk about that. Just a few more things as I finish up. Home Health and Hospice continues to be a wonderful organization. If you've had a loved one that's ever had to use our services, whether they be home health or hospice related, you know what we want to say is hospice is not end of life. It's improving the quality of life for someone. They continue to shine. They again received a Best Practice Award from WellSky, which is a very nice award that they continue to receive every year. Also want to say, people ask me, what are you doing to grow your services in Fayetteville? And it is hard to grow services here in Fayetteville. We're a small rural facility, and sometimes it's hard to tell people to stay here locally for your care and to not travel out. But we're going to focus really hard on being what we can be good at. And that's if you use our ER, that should be good. If you come to have outpatient services, that should be a good experience. If you want to get an X-ray here locally, have an MRI, get a CT, whatever that is. And primary care should be a staple in this community. So you should be able to find a doctor here in the future no matter what. A lot of you probably see physicians that are going to retire soon, and that's okay. We have an aging medical staff here, and so I'm working really hard to find your kids and your grandkids that say, hey, I want to go off to medical school, but I want to come back home. And we've secured one young man who's from Lincoln County and who will graduate and be able to practice here in 2027. That sounds far off, but I'm telling you it's not. So we've signed him and he's coming back, and we're talking to another one who'll be ready in 29. But believe it or not, I've got a doctor on the books who's leaving me in 29, so we want to have somebody ready to replace him. So those are the things we're looking at, and we appreciate your support every day. It takes a village to get this done, and I'm happy to be here doing it with you. So thank you. Questions?
Any questions, Mary Beth? Thank you for that great report. We appreciate it. Richard, would you come to the podium, please? Richard and I, we've known each other about when we was talking about Ricky Pierce since childhood, both citizens of Howell in our young life. So Richard, he could have played professional baseball, but he chose to stay here since we don't have a professional team in Lincoln County. But not only has he been a role model for a lot of people as far as the medical industry, he's been a role model for a lot of people in Lincoln County, Richard. And I want to read this proclamation of recognition at this time. Whereas Richard Wright, a distinguished resident of Fayetteville, Tennessee, has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to excellence in his personal, professional, and community endeavors. Whereas he was encouraged to commence his emergency medical technician training by his neighbor Douglas Rowland, and was hired as an orderly to begin his healthcare career in November of 1975. Whereas he earned his Tennessee Emergency Medical Technician certification in September of 1975, and whereas he began his career at the ambulance service in February of 1976 under the leadership of his mentor, Frank Higgins. Whereas he was promoted to the position of Emergency Medical Service Director in January of 2005, and whereas he was recognized as a TASA State of Tennessee Emergency Services Program of the Year in 2013, and whereas he was recognized as the TASA Emergency Medical Service Director of the Year in 2015. Whereas through his exemplary leadership, dedication, and contributions, Mr. Wright has significantly enriched the lives of those around him, fostering a spirit of kindness, generosity, and service to others, resulting in his recognition as Lincoln County's finest boss in 2022. Whereas his exceptional efforts and achievements has earned him admiration and respect from both his peers and the citizens of Fayetteville, Tennessee, and across the state of Tennessee. Whereas it is fitting and appropriate to recognize Mr. Wright's valuable contributions to the community and to honor his legacy of service, integrity, and compassion for the last 50 years. Now, therefore, as the mayor of Lincoln County, we recognize his outstanding contributions and enduring impact on our community. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Lincoln County to be affixed to this July the 15th, 2025, under my signature.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your podium's yours for any comments.
Thank everyone for everything that you've been able to do for me during this. I mean, I definitely was pleasantly surprised about everything that has gone on. I do really appreciate it. I really do. But as the mayor was saying, I was raised in the Howell community. I was raised by hardworking parents that they just passed it on. I mean, that's what we were taught, is hard work pays off. And my brothers come from a family of 7, and my brothers and I, we played a lot of baseball. Our father, he built us a mound, and we would play baseball at home. We had our own mound, and we both pitched. And I did have an opportunity to play baseball at the college level, but I fell in love with EMS, and that's what I wanted to do. And my father and my mother supported me with that, and that's been my long lifetime career. But I just hard work is what we were taught, and that's what we've done every day. We farmed, we hauled hay, we cut tobacco, and so we learned the value of hard work. And I feel very good about where our ambulance service is today, and we've made several strides, some very good accomplishments, and it hasn't been easy. We've seen some hard times, but we've championed through all of them. And I didn't do this by myself. It comes with a team, and our team works very well together. They work very hard, long hours, and we see things that people didn't have to see in a lifetime. But we all bond together as a family, and we all get through this. But faces change, but the quality of service will live on. And one of the things that's real high to me is treating people with respect. And as I was saying, we see people in times where, I mean, you just couldn't imagine some of the things that we see. And I want that to be relayed by our people, to have that empathy and that sympathy to help people get through these things. And like I say, I feel very good about leaving the service in the hands of Kevin Strickland. He's been my assistant, and he's done a great job, and he will continue to do that. So faces will change, but the quality of the service will be there. And I don't want to have to come out of retirement to make things right, and I don't think I have to. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. And one of the things I want to tell this commission is, because I see mayors and when we have our state meetings, there is not another county in Tennessee that doesn't have to supplement their ambulance service out of their property taxes. None. This is the only one in Tennessee, and most of them in our southern district would average between $600,000 and $1 million a year that they have to supplement their ambulance service. Here's how much we supplement. And we never have supplemented our ambulance service. So I know that some of them, Henry County is one of them, I know, $1.3 million annually that they have to supplement it. A lot of mayors will say, well, what's the secret? And I tell them, I'm not going to tell them our secret, but the truth of it is, I don't know. So, I'm not going to tell them our secret because I don't, truthfully, I do not know why we are that much different than all the rest of them, other than the leadership that's been there over the years. And Richard, you've been right there at the front of it. And not only have you served us, but you've saved us monies and lives, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Our next item, I think Jason, you've got an information item.
Just a link there. If you click on it, if you right click on it, view it. If you haven't, it's kind of the last step for the indebtedness that goes to the comptroller for the laptop leases for the school. So that's why there's no vote on it. The commission's already voted on it. It's just
Okay.
got to be seen.
Any questions? If not, Commissioner Bryan, I believe we're ready for the Budget Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Budget Committee of the County Legislative Body of Lincoln County met pursuant to due notice at the Lincoln County EMA office on July the 1st, 2025, 5 o'clock p.m. All members were present except me. Chairman Doug Cunningham opened the meeting. Had no public comments. Item 1, County Mayor, he had no items. Item 2, Sheriff Toll Malone had some surplus property, and he requested that this property be surplus, and the list is attached. We had a motion by Commissioner Hambrick, seconded by Commissioner Ewan, and passed 7 yes, 1 absent to recommend approval of surplusing the attached sheriff's surplus property and reserving the funds derived from the sale of this surplus property to purchase a 40 horsepower tractor package.
What's the will of the commission on this item? Commissioner Gunthenberg makes a motion. Commissioner Rose Walter seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Commissioner Bryant.
Sheriff Malone also mentioned the change in his LOA as to the number of employees and where they were placed. That's an information item. Item 3, Finance Director Nix presented the following items. A, 101 general budget fund amendments. We had a motion by Commissioner Spray, seconded by Commissioner Sanders, and passed 7 yes, 1 absent to recommend approval of the 101 general fund budget amendments.
What's the will of the commission on this item?
So moved.
Commissioner Spray makes a motion. Commissioner Taylor seconds. Any questions, comments? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Commissioner Bryant.
B, 101 general purpose school fund budget amendments, and they're attached. Been a motion by Commissioner Taylor, seconded by Commissioner Ewan, and passed 7 yes, 1 absent to recommend approval of the 141 general purpose school budget amendments.
What's the will of the commission on this item? Commissioner Hunter makes a motion for approval. Do I have a second? Commissioner Douglas seconds. Any questions, comments? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Commissioner Bryant.
C, financials, they're enclosed. No motion was made to accept the financials as there was much discussion regarding the financials. Finance Director Nix informed the committee that all committee notices normally mailed by the Finance Department will now be sent via email. And that's an information item only. Item 4 was the chairman, and he didn't have anything, and that's all we have. Mr. Chairman?
Good job,
Thank you, Mr.
Commissioner
Chairman.
Bryant. Thank you. Madam Clerk, I believe we're ready for the notary publics.
Susan Hudson and Beth Arndt by Commissioner Eldridge, Garrett Honey by Commissioner Nix, Vanessa Ann Bates by Commissioner Sanders, Kelly Smith by Commissioner Young.
Any additions? Entertain a motion to that list then. Commissioner Frazran makes that motion. Commissioner Rogers seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Floor is now open for new business from the commission. Commissioner Cunningham's recognized.
I had one item, Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Okay.
Ben Brown, and he's here now, but he had asked about stepping down from the Financial Management Committee. I wasn't sure whether that needed to be announced for a month or whether, what exactly we needed to do on that.
Okay. Commissioner Brown, if you will, anything in writing that I can send out as a record, but I can accept it tonight if you will. Would you like to? Okay. I would entertain a motion accepting Commissioner Bryant's resignation from the Financial Management Committee. Excuse me. Brown. Commissioner Brown. Yeah, we're not going. Okay. Commissioner Brown, I would entertain a motion accepting his resignation. Okay, Commissioner Spray makes a motion. Commissioner Ewan seconds. Anybody questions?
Why you won't get off?
Okay.
3 kids in the car lot.
Any other inappropriate questions to ask him at this time? All in favor of accepting his resignation, please say aye. Any opposed, no. We accept your resignation, and we'll have a nomination for replacement of that. If anybody wants to serve on that and you're not already on 4 committees, just let Dora or the office know on that, because it'll need to be filled by a commissioner.
Taylor would be excellent on that board.
There's been a motion to adjourn and properly second. All in favor of being adjourned, please say aye. Any opposed, no. We're adjourned.